Yo, grace and peace. We're alive. Welcome to another episode of All Things Theology, where I'm your host, Kdub. And today I want to talk about the NFL. That's right. Not only the NFL, but the hypocrisy of the NFL, the arrogance of the NFL, the fill in the blank of the NFL. The NFL recently fired Jon Gruden, former head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. He coached the Tampa Bay Buccaneers formerly. And good luck, Raider fans. Hey, if you're a Raider fan, I mean, this might have set y'all back 5, 10 years. Good luck, Derek Carr. um, yeah, good luck to you guys. But I want to talk about why I believe it's hypocritical. Why is it hypocritical? And I'm going to be taking questions as I do this. Why I believe that it's hypocritical for the NFL to do this. Well, let's first talk about grace and peace, guys. Yeah, I got the do-rag on today, man. Hey, that's how I'm feeling. I'm in that mode right now. The NFL is hypocritical, man. They are filled with hypocrites, man. Let me share why first, and then I'm gonna get to the email. The NFL fired Jon Gruden for perceived racism and homophobic comments, all that. But the NFL is literally filled with people who have done horrendous things. I remember at one time, Dante Stallworth, he literally killed a guy. DWI, manslaughter. Was still in the NFL for a while. And this is not to bash those people, but it's mainly to show the hypocrisy of the NFL. Aaron Hernandez for a while was killing people before he finally got the boot. I mean, I guess they were like, okay, it's too far. You can't be murdering 4 people. Ray Rice, at first they gave him a 2, when he clocked his girlfriend, now wife, crazy situation in that, where he clocked his girlfriend. At first they gave him a 2-game suspension until they saw the video. It was like, oh, this is real bad. Then they banned him for life. But at first y'all was willing to give him a 2-game suspension for hitting his girl. I mean, there's so much domestic violence in the NFL. Let's be real. And not only to bring in the situation with the Washington football team. I almost called them Redskins. Washington was a terrible name to have anyway. But the Washington football team. All the toxic culture in there, yet no one's got the boot. They're still trying to investigate that situation. But you mean to tell me you found an email from 11 years ago? Come on, man. You guys are hypocrites. The NFL is a bunch of hypocrites. Oh yeah, that's correct. This is his second term with the Raiders. That's correct. But don't you guys see the hypocrisy? Let's see what Jon Gruden actually said. That was just so terrible. So terrible. He was let's see, he was speaking about the NFL's players associate executive director DeMarcus Smith, and he calls him DeMorris, like a play on his name. Smith has lips the size of Michelin tires. Racist, right? So pretty much big lips. He has big lips. If you actually see the picture, it's kind of true. I'm not making light of the situation, but it's true. And so for saying someone has big lips, he was fired. He stepped down, but we all know what happened behind closed doors. There's no way he just stepped down willingly. I know he'll come out and say that, just trying to be professional and that. But his whole career is ruined over saying to a black man, or speaking about a black man, that he has big lips. I'm lost for words, guys. I am lost for words. You can kill a guy, be in the NFL. Beat a woman, be in the NFL. I mean, Richard Sherman is in the NFL. Come on. He just got over some domestic abuse and a case still probably going on. Josh Gordon, hello? The guy can't stay off drugs. still in the NFL. But if you tell a black guy he has big lips, or you're speaking about a black guy, he has big lips, you're out of here, buddy. 11 years ago at that. 11 years. Because Gruden came out and said, "Hey, I apologize for the language I used. It was inappropriate. Um, yeah, and you're gone. Doesn't matter how long ago it was. Doesn't matter. There is no forgiveness in the woke movement. We've constantly banged on that. We constantly say that, and this is what we mean. 11 years ago. Forget stuff that's going on right now in the NFL. Forget the garbage that's being produced in the NFL, morally speaking. Forget all that. 11 years you did something we didn't like. You're out of here, buddy. And don't you come back no more." Yeah, constant virtue signaling the NFL is doing. Constant. Think about that. 11 years ago, guys. By the way, if you're watching this video, make sure to like this video. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe, guys. Um, yeah, so also they was claiming he made some anti-gay, misogynistic, and transphobic comments. I think the anti-gay comments were made to Michael Sam. But again, this was all 11 years ago. Guess what? We know for a fact that people feel the way Gruden does right now in the NFL. But they can't talk about it. Can't talk about it. Guess why? Because this is what happens when you express your opinion on things. You get fired. So guess what? He'll never be able to host another football game. He'll never be able to coach again. Nothing. His career is ruined as far as connected with the NFL. He'll probably have to sell insurance or work as a bagger at Walmart or something. All because of something 11 years ago in an email. Might I add. I mean, let's talk about Hillary Clinton's emails. She still is working. He still has a job or, still relevant. But anyways, that's crazy. Yeah, Kiana, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correct. She says, why stop there? I'm sure they can dig back into his childhood and find where he shoved the girl down because he liked her. Misogynist, exactly. And guess what? You can do that for anybody. You can find anybody. Find something they said that was inappropriate. You go far enough in my life, your life, guess what? NFL commissioner, anybody who's complaining about this, you go back far in your life. Forget 11 years. Some of y'all could go back 2 months ago, say something crazy. But he got fired over something from 11 years ago. Let's check Jerry Jones' emails. You know how many perverted messages are probably in there? I don't want to do that. Talking about email from 11 years ago. Let's say it was racist. I don't think it's racist to just specific, because I know some people be like, well, you got to realize that connecting big lips with black people, that's a long racist history. Jon Gruden's come out and said, hey, appreciate it, Kiana. Jon Gruden's come out, hey, I don't have a racist bone in my body. I don't hate black people. Doesn't matter. Does not matter to the NFL. Doesn't matter. His career ruined. Career ruined for something 11 years ago. Like I said, you got guys in the NFL beating their chicks right now. Beating up on their woman right now. Still got a job. Like I said, I brought some of those players out. I mean, like I said, you've had players in the NFL that have killed a person and have been in the NFL. You know, I don't know who this person is calling me a liar. I'm not sure if they're calling me a liar. You liars stick together. What am I lying about? I'm presenting facts. Oh, by the way, you can read this article at profootballtalk.nbcsports.com. Um, that's where I got this, where he's talking about the racist comments. Well, fired. I'm gonna use that word fired loosely because he was he stepped down. Oh yes, yes, Edward Sanders. Great point. We're not gonna talk about what Urban Myers did this weekend. Did y'all see that video of Urban Myers? Did y'all see that video? It was disturbing to watch. It was disturbing to see. You're a Christian, enough said. All right. Okay. So what? What does that have to do with the facts I'm presenting? So what? What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Your first name is Judah. How is that relevant? Okay. Yes, Urban Meyer. He's like groping up the chick at the bar. Matter of fact, it's like after a game or before the game or something like that. He's like supposed to be with the team. Um, and groping up the chick at the bar. He gives this apology. Yeah, I should have been with the team. And guess what? He's not even liked in Jacksonville by apparently the team, from what I'm hearing. I'm not cool with racism. I just don't believe like you that everything is racist. That's probably where we differ. Saying someone has big lips is not racist. Calling out their facial features is not racist. Is it offensive? Yeah, sure, maybe. I got a big nose. It's not racist to call that out. I do got big lips. And Jon Gruden was pretty much, from what he stated, from what I've heard, from what I've seen in this other articles, he was calling the guy a liar. He just didn't like him as far as his NFL rep. He didn't like him. I mean, um, Jon Gruden has black players all over the team, and so, hey, Judah man, hey, if you would like to come on another dialogue, this is going to be particularly about the NFL, so I want to stay on track. If you want to talk about Christianity, we can do that, and I will show you the errors of your cult. So you can email me at kdubtru@gmail.com. Someone can drop that email for him so we can schedule that, since he is all about that energy today. Keep that same energy with an email. Again, Jon Gruden was told to be let go. He stepped down. We know he got the ultimatum. Now, I wonder what that has to do as far as his contract, because he had $100 million contract. So I would be interested to see what happens with that. I haven't heard anything about that. So as a coach, I particularly like him more as an analyst. I mean, I enjoyed some his commentary, especially like with quarterbacks. He do the stuff with the quarterbacks coming out of the NFL or college. I like, but guess what? He's not going to be doing that anymore. No, not in this day and age. Not with this NFL. I mean, if you are perceived to commit the sin of racism or misogynism, you're done. You can forget about it. Look what they're doing to Dave Chappelle. I mean, cancel culture. I mean, 11 years ago, you're done. You're done. Oh yeah, they've canceled Brett Favre as well, so forget about him. He'll never coach in the NFL. But yeah, Jon Gruden's career is over with. Like I said, guys, if you like this video, enjoying the content I'm saying right now, make sure to like it. Make sure to share it out if you want more people to be in this conversation. So I'm just kind of like, wow, this is disturbing. This is disturbing that Jon Gruden was forced out of Las Vegas because of something that happened 11 years ago. 11 years ago, guys. Think about that. 11 years ago when 11 years ago, like I said, when you have people in the NFL that have done way worse than words. Remember we used to have the phrase "sticks and stones may hurt my bones, but words can never hurt me." I really don't care if you think I have a big nose or big lips, whatever. I care more about how you treat an individual as far as your actions. I mean, okay, like I said, um, I'm not saying it can't be offensive, but to outright say it's racist, just because guess what? You call a white man big lipped, white man, you can say all this. Yeah, whatever. He probably deserved it, right? Like they don't care. Call a white man big lips. Um, and like I said, he even Jon Gruden even stated he regretted saying it. He regretted saying it 11 years ago. This wasn't last week, guys. This was not yesterday. This was not a year ago. 11 years ago. Jay Manuel says he does not really care about the NFL. I get it, man. I understand. I understand. I will have a soft spot for sports because I played sports growing up. Um, it taught me a lot of discipline. It was good for me, and so I'll always have a soft spot for sports, particularly NFL, because I played football, and I'm a Cowboys fan, and we're doing good this year. So, you know, I'm I'm particularly, but I haven't even watched the game this year. I've only caught the highlights. I really don't care for watching the games now. Um, you know, Judah Man says, "Hey, if he would have regretted it, he would have come out 11 years ago." Like I said, it just came up this year though. So what's the need to publicly uh, put put light on it when it wasn't necessary? He could have regretted it without. And Judah Man, I guarantee there's some stuff you've done in the last few years that you have not publicly done what you are claiming Jon Gruden should have done. So double scales, double scales. Again, like I said, I'll be waiting for that email. But like I said, he was. Like I said, there's people who've done way worse that are in the NFL right now. Like I said, you got Richard Sherman that was involved. I mean, you can see him beating on his chick's door, trying to beat her. He's like I said, he's involved in a domestic case. Richard Sherman right now. Right now. Right now. Yet he signed for a football team. Oh, the people hating that I'm a Cowboys fan. Hey man, look. I started watching. I started watching the football in the '90s, and y'all can't blame me. I'm a '90s baby. I started falling in love with the Cowboys because hey, they were good. It's one of the first teams I watched, and I was like, wow, look at this. Yes, Richard should be in jail, but look, and that's Judah. That's what I'm pointing out: the hypocrisy of the NFL. To the NFL, here's what they're saying: what you say is way worse than what you do. It's way worse than what you do. You can beat a chick, but don't you talk about beating her, or don't you dare say anything racist or misogynistic, or deemed as transphobic, because you'll get canceled. Who are some other players that I'm not even mentioning that are like man, this is didn't Ben Roethlisberger have something like crazy like when he was like 3 years in the NFL, like very young in the NFL. Like I remember something about, I think it was something like rape, if I recall correctly. Here he is in the NFL. It's like you can rape a woman, or the accusation of raping a woman, and guess what? Some of those things get settled in settlements. Yet you can still be in the NFL. Here's what I'm doing, guys. I'm showing the hypocrisy of the NFL, as if they really care about racism. A lot of these people, yeah, Ray Lewis killed a guy. He's a Hall of Fame player. I liked him as a football player, but let's not forget he killed a guy. Michael Irvin was on cocaine. He was accused of rape. Okay, probably got settled. Um, and I'm not saying all these accusations are legitimate. That's not what I'm saying because women lie too. Let's be real. Because they try to get after this money. So after the fact, they're like, "Oh yeah, he raped me," but the immorality and the adultery isn't a problem. That's still an issue at hand. Even if it wasn't rape. But nevertheless, um, who are some other players? Like I said, I know. Man, Josh Gordon keeps getting chance after chance. Doesn't matter how much drug tests he fails, they still let that guy play in the NFL. Still let that guy over and over, and I feel like Marshawn Lynch over and over and over and over and over and over. They let that guy. They gonna let that guy play until he decides he doesn't want to play anymore. Who am I forgetting? I mean, you want to go back in the day. I mean, I'm sure there's many players um that hey man, my favorite team's the Cowboys. So I know about troubled people. Quincy Carter, man, the cocaine. Hey, Judah Money, you're right about that. They let them play because they bring in the money. That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. The big name stars, it's gonna be hard for them to get out of the NFL because of something they've done immorally. Which is actually surprising that this was actually allowed to get out. It sounds like this was tried to put on hush mode, you know, but it got out. It got out, you know. Like I said, I just think that's what I'm saying. The hypocrisy is amazing in the NFL. Am I really supposed to believe that y'all care about injustice? I know y'all have it on y'all's helmet and everything. I know y'all have it all on your helmet, BLM and all this. Y'all don't care about BLM. Y'all don't care about Black Lives Matter. Y'all don't care about Black Lives. That's what I'm saying, man. It's crazy. And so that's what I want to get here and talk about, man. Just the NFL, man, the arrogance, the moral policing, as if they are morally superior. Check your own people. Check your own people. And like I said, man, I know today we're living in the age of like ultra sensitivity to like racism, even to a fault. Yeah, someone said the NBA is just as bad. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. We're living in the day um where I mean, if you've ever said anything racist, boom, you're gone. You're done. You can kill a guy. You think about that. You can murder a person. Oh, this is a great comment. Terry McCrew. This is an absolutely good comment. No, this was not mentioned, by the way, but this is a great comment. Dre and Snoop get to perform at Super Bowl halftime. Let's pull up their lyrics and see how they feel about women. Absolutely. Absolutely. So even their misogyny is very selective. And I say this all the time about the rap music and the culture in the today's culture. People will be like, misogyny is wrong. Beating women. Then we'll turn around and listen to Chris Brown. It's amazing. you know, we'll turn around and listen to all these rappers on the radio. Um, embody the misogyny that they claim they hate. The things that are very terrible for the black culture, these rappers embody and make millions off you clowns, man, who support it. So, but I hate racism. I hate injustice. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. The NFL, they care about the bottom line, and that's the bottom dollar. That's what. And I'm not here to tell you to watch or not watch. That's not why I came on. My point is showing the hypocrisy. Like I said, Aaron Hernandez was killing people in high school. Dude was killing people in college. And, and you can't tell me somebody didn't know or like suspect that and yet still playing the NFL. Still playing the NFL. You got players today still breaking like I said, man. Yeah, I got the do rag on, man, cuz I ain't playing. I'm gonna let them know. What's up, proverbial life, man? Like I said, people who know me, man, know that I like sports. I like football because I believe that it teaches principle. It for me, man, it taught me principles. It taught me character. It taught me discipline. It taught me to wake up at 5 in the morning and get prepared. I wasn't dependent upon my mom, and so I appreciated what I learned in football. I had a lot of religious coaches that were Christian, who instilled characteristics and principles that I still value today. And so I'm not up here saying cancel football. I'm not doing what they're saying. The statements that were made was by Jon Gruden, where he called a black person 11 years ago. He said he has the lips the size of Michelin tires, and so he's done. Like I said, that man will never coach again in the NFL. He will never commentate. He will never do the Jon Gruden quarterback coach thing he used to do for the colleges. You know, he's done. He bag him up at Walmart because that's his next job. Maybe. um, right. We got WAP playing on the top charts, but I hate we hate misogyny. You got women promoting it. You got women promoting terrible things for the culture. Like I said, if you're watching this video, make sure to give it a like right now. But you got all these people supporting it. The halftime show is one of the most immoral, immodest, um, hypocritical things you'll see. But we care about women. We care about women. Yeah, right. You don't care about women. You do not care about women. Like I said, you don't care about black lives. That's why I all the people up there supporting BLM does not care about black lives. You got all these people on your the back of your helmets who are committing crimes that you're supporting. Yeah, I know they said that there was a lot of homophobic comments and stuff with Jon Gruden. Mark Garnett left that comment. Let me put that up there. Um, but like I said, it was 11 years ago. 11 years ago. 11 years ago. Like I said, 11 years ago he said something you didn't like. You got people in the NFL right now doing the most wildest, insane things. It's crazy. It's crazy, yo. Like, but justice. Yeah, I need to put your face up here, bro. It's wild, man. They are right about the NFL. It's the not for long league. And I don't just mean that for the career you have, but it's hey, not for long in any circumstance. You know, this man's coaching. He had, came back to coaching after um, time in the somebody wanted Jon out of there. Somebody wanted Jon out of there because while he was commentating games, none of this came up. When he was doing the Gruden coach stuff, as far as like quarterbacks coming out of the college, and he was doing the critiques of them and challenging them, it never came up. But this man gets in the NFL and somebody got that mug saved. Somebody had that email saved. ready for him. And probably had to pull strings to get it, whatever. Boy, boy, who you telling? Boy, yes, Young Flav, so right about this. If you ever pull up some of y'all's 360 game chats, it's over for y'all. Boy, let me pull up y'all's what was the AOL chat back in the day? Some of y'all are done. Some of y'all are done. Oh, speaking of, yeah, that like uh Kyler Murray had something where he almost got canceled yesterday, but they weren't going to cancel him. Where he said something they thought was homophobic when he was like 15-year-old in high school, and boy, they came after him. That's what they got to make you apologize. You got to come up there and do the walk of shame. We ain't just letting you go. You coming up to the stage and you gonna give that apology. See what they did to Kevin Hart? This man couldn't host the Oscars or something like that a few years ago. You gonna give that apology. That's our it's like our sacrifice, like our oh man. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy, man. Sports are crazy, especially the NFL and in the NBA because they're so woke. They're so woke, man. To where if you say something 11 years ago, you're done. You're done. No second chance. No, hey, why did you say this, man? I was immature. Okay, man, here we're gonna fine you. We're gonna suspend you for 2 games. Hey, or hey, don't let it happen again. No, it's okay. You're done. You're done. Uneven scales. Uneven scales. Totally, man. Totally uneven scales. Like I said, man, this is um oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Kiana. Kiana says I am rooting for Chappelle and Kyrie Irving. They are not backing down. Absolutely, they're not. I watched Dave Chappelle stand up, and he is funny. I didn't think this one was funny as the last one, but he said a lot of it wasn't even humor in some sense. It was just like facts. Like, dude, this isn't even like a joke. This is like you're really just preaching, telling facts. You know. And then Kyrie Irving, like, hey man, he's like, look, I'm making the choice to not get something in my body that I don't want. So what? Find me. Do whatever you want. And I saw someone say, well, we can find a dime a dozen players like Kyrie Irving. You can? You're not going to find nobody as talented as Kyrie Irving. I don't care what you do. He's like once in a lifetime player. And it's crazy they have 3 of them on the same team. But anyways, I'm not going to rant about that. But yeah, kudos to people like, look, I don't care what y'all do to me. Y'all can cancel me. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. I'm going to stick to my principles. Yes, y'all are hypocritical. Yes, y'all have a standard that yourselves don't even meet. And we need to just those players need to just start calling it out. Start calling it out. You know, because it is hypocritical. Yeah, like I said, I thought the same thing. I didn't think it was as funny as everybody thought it was. Yeah, there was some humor in it. I mean, obviously Dave Chappelle is very extreme as well, so and I'm not encouraging anybody to watch it, but um there's some lines in there I thought were like, wow, woo, but it's Dave Chappelle. We all know what you're going to get with Dave Chappelle. And so and one of the things I respect about him, like I said, I don't agree with everything he says or does, but he's just going to tell you how he feels. And I think a lot of comedians, a lot of people are starting to recognize, like, man, like, I can't even voice my opinion. Can't even voice that. Like I said, you got Jon Gruden got fired, right? Saying look, I said something offensive, but I'm not a racist. But you literally have Robin DiAngelo selling books about how she's racist. Look at the society we're in. It's a backward society, guys, to where the racists, if they admit they're a racist, can make millions of dollars on their racism. But the person who's like, nah, I don't have a racist bone in my body gets fired. Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. That's crazy. That's asinine. That's backwards thinking. That's ludicrous. It's you think of the word to describe it. It is. Yep. We next, man. Hey, count the cost, man. I don't Christian or not. If you're gonna come out and say, "Look, I'm sticking to my principles," no, I'm not a racist. No, I won't get the. You know what? I don't want them canceling this video, so I'm not gonna say it. But they're gonna, bro. You're gonna lose it all. You're gonna lose it. Just be ready. Just be ready, man. I'm thankful to live in the state of Texas. I heard some good news yesterday. you know, um, so far Kyrie is not being banned. They're just fining him every time he misses practice, but he can't go to practice because he's not getting the So yeah, man, it's crazy, man. The hypocrisy is absolutely um, it's not surprising, but it's just like wow, like can't you see it? Usually, you show someone's hypocrisy, they're like, yeah, well, wow, man, I'm being hypocritical. Yeah, I saw Randy Moss with those alligator tears crying about the email as if this was so offensive to you. Hey, I don't buy anybody's jerseys. One, people don't stay around teams long enough, and two is like, man, your heroes always disappoint you. As much as I might like somebody, like man, they'll disappoint you eventually. You know. But yeah, man, he gave those alligator tears, man. And boom. Like I said, they'll cancel anybody who gives their opinion. You're not allowed to have a different opinion than the state. You're not allowed to have another opinion than the woke. If you do, you're on the party of insensitivity, racism, um, white supremacy. If you differ, look how they did Nicki Minaj. Now, let me caveat this. I am not a Nicki Minaj fan. I think her music actually is contradictory to women's rights and misogyny. So I'm not a Nicki Minaj fan. But what she said about this whole situation going on in the culture is 1000% right. I mean, it's not debatable. And they are canceling her. She's on their side, except for one issue, and they have canceled her. Look what they have done to their own. Look what they do to their own. If you don't lockstep hold to them, if you're not woke, if you're not constantly getting on the woke train. Oh wow, okay, wow. See, look, this is why you got to keep up. Kyrie was banned. This was just reported 20 minutes ago. Wow. See, I've been doing this video for nearly 40. And so I've been missing it. So crazy. Like I said, man, if you are not on the woke train, man, if you're not on the woke train, you will get banned. You will get banned. You will lose everything. Like I said, look at Nicki Minaj. Like I said, I'm not a supporter of her, not a fan, but look at what they've done. Might need to tell you something. Before you look up 2 years and it's too late. Wake up. But yeah, I just want to do this video, guys. Wow, the team banned him. I want to do this video just talking about. That's right. Joe's cookies are a sacred sacrament. That's absolutely right. You don't eat the Joe's cookies, you're a monster. That's absolutely, I know exactly what you're talking about. So we'll keep that on the low, and anybody who else knows what we're talking about. But yeah, man, I just wanted to talk about the hypocrisy of particularly the NFL, and man, just terrible. It's terrible. Um, doesn't matter your mistakes from how long ago. There's no forgiveness in the woke movement. Like I said, if you're watching this video, make sure to like it. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe to the channel for future content over cultural issues, theological issues. You guys know how we do it here at All Things Theology. Grace and peace, guys. Until the next time.